Former RINO Congressman from the state of Michigan, Peter Meijer, has just announced he is running for the United States Senate. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video today. It is time that we talk about the 2024 Michigan Senate election. Because everyone, we got breaking news. Former Congressman Peter Meijer, who is one of the most egregious rhinos in the U.S. House of Representatives, so bad that he got primaried out less than 2 years after getting elected. Well, he thinks, I can do better, and has just announced he is running for the Michigan Senate election next year. Yeah, Peter Meijer, who couldn't even win a primary in his own district, thinks, I can win a statewide election. Really? I mean, it's unbelievable that somebody like Peter Meijer thinks they can win in Michigan. But, hey, he just announced he's running, and well, we got to discuss what's the impact of this, can he even win, etc. But first, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy this type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you could join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. Now let me be clear about all of this. In Michigan, I 100% endorse James Craig. I think he's our best option. I think he is the one that could win a statewide election. The rest of these bozos we'll get to in a second, but I don't think Peter Meijer can win. Or Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers for different reasons, but Peter Meijer, this asshole, he grifted off as being the Trump candidate in 2020. But the second he got elected into Congress, after running as that, he voted for impeachment and got thrown out in a primary to Gibbs. And the rest is history. Now, people are going to say, oh, he would have won that House race. No, he wouldn't have. He would have got crushed. People, do you not understand how hated Peter Meijer was? He got primaried out less than 3 years after being elected. That has to be a record of some sorts. I mean, you do not get thrown out that quickly unless you are frickin' hated within your district. And well, that's exactly what happened. He would have gotten crushed in that general. He would have. He wasn't an overperformer of Trump. Hell, he underperformed James in 2020, John James, but like 2 or 3 points. So it's like, if you can't do better than John James or do the same margin as him, whoop-de-frickin-do, he did a half point better than Trump. It was like a Biden plus 12 seat in 2020 or 2022. So it's like, he wouldn't have won. But he thinks, oh, I can win a statewide election in Michigan. Let's just get into it, because even the NRSC is calling out his bullcrap for different reasons, but when you don't even have the NRSC supporting you or even saying this is stupid, you probably should realize it's probably a dumb idea. But let's just get into it. Former Michigan Congressman Peter Meijer's announcement that he would make a run for the state Senate seat was met with a less than enthusiastic response from the Senate Republicans' campaign arm. Thanks, the National Republican Senatorial Committee said, but no thanks. You can't even win over them. It's over. When you should be an establishment pick. Because you voted against Trump when it comes to the impeachment. You ran as the respectable moderate in 2022 and got walloped in the primary. If they don't want you to run, Why are you running? And the reasons I give is absolutely hilarious. Peter Meijer isn't viable in a primary election, and there's worry that if Meijer were nominated, the base would not be enthused in the general election. NRSC Executive Director Jason Thielman said in a statement to Politico, when even they're saying that you would get crushed not only in a primary, but you would piss off the base in the general, you have no pathway, you're done. They're even admitting that the base would tell you to go F yourself for what you did to Trump in 2021 after running as the Trump America First candidate in 2020. After you backstabbed the voters, they got pissed off at you, they would not vote for you. Meijer is a centrist with a well-known name and bio who has stated independence from Donald Trump, even though he was elected by being the Trump candidate. Go look up his wiki page. It's on the first thing. Peter Meijer was the Trump candidate in 2020. That's what he ran on. Thielman's statement represents a strikingly candid and aggressive shot across the bow to a candidate who, in prior eras, might have been cheered by national Republicans in his pursuit of a perpetual swing state, but not this cycle. Well, guess what? You know why? Because everybody knows Peter Meijer is a garbage candidate. The base hates him. Democrats wouldn't even vote for him. They wouldn't even save him in 2022 after he voted for the respectable impeachment of Donald John Trump. They wouldn't even save him. Hell, his last name is huge in Michigan. He still lost to some random dude named Gibbs. It's like, it's an embarrassment after embarrassment after embarrassment with this guy. NRSC strategist urged Meijer, best known for losing a House primary after his 2021 vote to impeach Trump, to reconsider launching a campaign. Their fear, and this is where I disagree with the NRSC, because this is what their main reason is. Meijer will split the moderate vote with another centrist candidate, such as Mike Rogers, opening a path for a nominee who is not well suited to win the state. What? Who was the last presidential candidate before Donald Trump to win Michigan? When was the last time a Republican won? It was in the 80s. That's the last time a Republican won Michigan or even came close to winning. Bush lost by like 4 or 5. McCain and Romney got killed. Trump flipped the state. Running a centrist candidate does you no good. It doesn't. Republicans haven't captured a Senate seat in Michigan since 1994. And outside of John James, they have gotten crushed every single time with these garbage centrist Republicans. Just because it's a 50-50 state, or just say a leaning Democrat state, that doesn't mean you have to run a centrist. You have to run somebody that fits the state. And which Republicans tend to do the best in Michigan. It's factual. Donald Trump did. He's the first Republican since 1988, I believe, to win the state. John James was very close to winning. Not a Peter Meijer type. John James isn't perfect, but he's not some Peter Meijer clone. The Senate campaign arm has charged forcefully in the primary races this cycle after watching controversial nominees botch winnable races in the midterms. I just love how they failed to state what Mitch McConnell did to say Blake Masters to somebody like Adam Laxalt, Don Bolduc, just a few. Chairman Steve Daines has tried to shape the fields in key states, sometimes with Trump's help, by encouraging certain candidates to stay out and offering endorsements of those who he wants to run. In Michigan, the NRSC recruited Rogers, a former House Intelligence Committee chair who has at times been critical of Trump, but he hasn't served in Congress since 2015, before the Trump era. These bozos don't understand Michigan. You don't win by running a never Trump. Do these idiots think, oh, never Trumper means centrist? That means he's going to win. No, it doesn't. It's just going to piss off your main voters and might help you with Democrats by 2 points. But doesn't matter. If you're a full-blown never Trumper, like Peter Meijer or kind of like Mike Rogers, you're not winning Michigan. Former Detroit Police Chief James Craig is running as a staunch Trump ally. Craig has been plagued by staffing issues since launching his run in October, and when he ran for governor in 2022, he failed to make the ballot. The Craig campaign views Meijer's entrance as a positive development because he will now face 2 candidates who have criticized Trump and who could split the anti-Trump vote, according to a person close to the campaign. Well, it's true. You don't win Michigan by being a never Trumper. That's why I'm sick of people that think, oh, it's 50-50, you have to be a centrist. What? Okay, Arizona, maybe can make that argument. Fine. But Michigan? Centrist Republicans, or whatever you want to call them, at the federal level at least, they have gotten walloped in the state. Trump's the best performing Republican since '88. How is this hard to understand? I'm not saying you have to run some Bible Belt, super religious America First Republican. I'm not saying that, but James Craig fits the state like a glove. He was the chief of police of Detroit. He's running an America First, Michigan First campaign. He's the first Republican to talk to the union workers going on strike. What does that tell you? And these idiots are anti-union. You don't win by, oh, I'm going to vote against Trump, the only Republican in 30 years to win the state. I'm going to be a never Trumper. I'm going to be against the unions. I'm going to be for free trade. Centrism doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean you're going to win the state because it's a 50-50 state. But who knows? The NRSC, they wanted Rogers. I'm hoping we get James Craig. Peter Meijer would get crushed. Mike Rogers would probably lose. I think James Craig could absolutely win, especially with the turmoil within the Democrat Party. Remember, Democrats, they're kind of banking on Slotkin to win the primary. If she doesn't, who knows what happens. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.